Microsoft has their own default menus up at the top, of course, and what we want to do is we'd like to create our own menu and add it, well, either to the right of these menus, or maybe we can even put it in between the menus. Also, each menu heading has its own letter underline, like the O for format, and what that means is that if I hold down the Alt key and hit the letter O on the keyboard, it opens up that menu. If I hit Escape a couple of times, it closes the menu and unhighlights it or deselects it. So to add my own menu, I'm going to right click on any button up at the top, like you can see I'm doing now, and then I'm going to go down. You can see the list of toolbars, but I'm going to left click on Customize. I'm going to go to the Commands tab here, and then we've got the categories to the left and the commands or menus to the right. So I'm going to scroll down and select New Menu. I'm going to go over to the commands and click and drag my new menu by holding down my mouse button up to the right of Help, or I could put it in between, let's say Data and Window, and then let go. If I don't like it there, I can click and drag it, move it to the right. Now here's something that's interesting, is that as long as you have this customized window open, like if I clicked on print, it won't print. It basically disables everything, the menus, the buttons, because Microsoft thinks that you're in edit mode, which you actually are, and so you're editing your toolbars or menus. But for now we're going to do the menus. Now I got a generic menu name, so I can click on it, right click, and it gives me some options, the least of which is deleting this and typing in a new name for my menu. Hit enter on the keyboard, it adds the spiffy name. Now if I'd like to have an underline like all these others where I can use the Alt key, if I hold down the Alt key and hit a letter, like let's say we want a letter that's not being used over here, I think the letter S, what we can do is right click and go back to this, hold down the Shift key and hit the number 7 to add the ampersand sign before it, and then hit enter, and that ampersand, because it was before the letter S, means that if I hold down the Alt key and hit the letter S, it'll open up the spiffy menu. That's optional, of course. Now the next thing I want to do is add some items to my menu. I'm going to scroll back up and let's do something very basic. I'm going to look at the file category and over to the right, let's add like something like save, click and drag. When I hover over the spiffy menu, you can see down below it opens up a little box for me to drop my save. Maybe I can click and drag also save as. Now this time, since I already have added something to it, when I move down I can move it above save or below save. And now I'm going to go ahead and switch my categories. Let's go to edit and let's do cut. Click and drag, put it up there, and let's put it below. Now after I add cut, I want to begin a new group because the top part, let's say, is for the save section, and I would like to add a line that separates my save section or my group from my cut and paste. So the moment I add a new item that's going to start a new group, I can go ahead and right click on it and say begin a new group here, and you can see that it adds a line that separates the top section, save and save as, to the new group starting with cut. And then let's do copy, and then when I'm finished, click off in a blank area and actually close out of the screen. Once I click close on the customize, everything's now operable. So if I type something here, hit enter, and I want to select that and copy it, I can hold down my Alt key and hit the letter S key and it opens up. Or I hit escape and then go into the spiffy menu and say I want to copy, come over here, and then, well, I don't have paste there, so I'll do Control V as in Victor, and that's a shortcut key to paste. Quickly, a few more things is if I want to get rid of my spiffy menu, again I can right click anywhere, go back down to Customize, and then simply click and drag by holding down the spiffy off into a blank area. My spiffy's gone. Additionally, if I click on Tools and I want to mess things around and move them around and get really funny on this and I messed up, just go ahead and right click and reset it, and it'll automatically reset everything in that menu back to the way it was before, well, you started changing things. And then when you're finished, go ahead and close out. Hey, thanks for watching. If you like my video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you subscribe to my YouTube channel, as soon as I upload a new video, you'll be notified instantly, and you can do that by coming over here and clicking on my face. You can also click here to support me, so for $2 a month, you can have access to over 2,700 training videos, all ad-free, and for a few bucks more, you can have access to my exercises, instructor notes, quizzes, certificate of completion, and a whole lot more.